Women in the Philippine workforce. In the Philippines, gender roles is still imminent in the society. It was influenced by Islamic traditions, Chinese practices, and Catholic's way of life during the Spanish colonization, which gives the impression that men are the head of the house, while women are for domestic chores or act as treasurer for the family's budget. It is not until 1898, when the Spaniards hand over the Philippines to the United States, that women begin to have the same education treatment as men, but only rich families can provide higher education. Among the Southeast Asian countries, the Philippine society has a great equality to women. Domestic chores are still dominated by women, but other types of occupation can now be accessed. There are many organizations that defend women equality, and when Mrs. Corazon Aquino became the first female president in the Philippines during the dictatorship of Ferdinand Marcos, women began to have a stronger voice and morale. Today, women in our society can work as the president, senators, cabinet officers, etc. There are two provisions in the 1987 Constitution that broadens the concept of women working and having a safe environment that understands their needs. Declaration of Principles, Article 2, Section 14. The state recognizes the role of women in nation building and shall ensure the fundamental equality before the law of women and men. Article 13, Labor, Section 14. The state shall protect working women by providing safe and healthful working conditions, taking into account their maternal functions and such facilities and opportunities that will enhance their welfare and enable them to realize their full potential in the service of the nation. Even though these provisions are present, only 15% are women in the 1998 elections for the elective positions. During July 2000, statistics showed that there are more unemployed men than women. Although regular income probability is still finite, the female-headed families earn higher both here in the Philippines and overseas employment. Also, according to 2017 gender statistics on labor and employment, the Philippines is still the top performing nation in East Asia and Pacific, placing 7th place, in maintaining equality as much as possible in four areas, which are education, health and survival, economic achievement, and political authorization. The World Bank also provided a female labor force participation rate in the Philippines from year 1990 until 2017. During that period, 47.85% is the participation rate of female population in the Philippines, with the minimum of 46.56% in 1990 and maximum of 49.64% in 2014. The female labor force participation consists of women aged 15 and older that are economically active. There are also laws present to make sure that the women of the Philippines can be protected in the aspects of gender-related concerns. These laws are Gender and Development Law, Party List Law, Anti-Sexual Harassment Law, Anti-Rape Law, Barangay Daycare Center Law, Women in Nation Building Law, Anti-Mail Order Bride Law, Repatriation Law, Non-Discrimination Law in Labor Code, Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law, and Military Training Equality.